we're just listening right now to the Roots of Music and Bree, like, just being out here in the middle of them, I was trying to talk to y'all. It's like, it's the drums, and it's just the young kids, and I know Eric really, really, truly supported them and wanted them to be here, so they were very, very touching. And something else before I hand it to you, earlier I was like, I kind of feel like I've anchored with him a little bit, filling in, but like, you sat next to him day in, day out, and it's very, a very close connection.
Well, getting up that early and sitting next to someone for that many hours with very little breaks to talk about things that are very serious, very important to the community, talking about what you love, what you're passionate about. It might have been a year, but it feels like I've known him my whole life because we bonded. And so having this today was a very important part for me in that healing journey. This was the first time I felt like I could cry, but happy tears. I know I've been crying a little bit too much. I heard a lot of people say, you started crying, then I started crying. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull it all back in. But this was so beautiful, and I just kept thinking, my God, if he could see this.
I know he is looking at this, and he probably like, yeah, like, be easy, they got my picture out here, like, yeah.
Right. I'm literally wearing him on my shirt. He'd be like, that's right, you better wear my face.
I can't even show my handkerchief because there's just makeup and tears on it. Yeah, especially, being in the crowd, and we're right in front of Channel 4 right now, and all of our co-workers and former co-workers are out here, and if you make that wrong eye connection with them, you'll just start crying. Because, it just shows how much of an impact he had on us.
I thought I was ready, and then we saw the second line approach North Rampart, and Leah, Peyton, Brandon, we all joined in because we came together as a morning crew, and immediately I just felt flooded with emotion. Good emotion, but you can't help but just feel so moved because we loved him so much, but everybody loved him. And it's nice to look at someone and just know that they're feeling the same thing, even if we've never met. And then I was like, okay, I'm good. I pulled it together, and we stood right in front of the studio,
and then they came up to you,
and they started singing Roots of Music, just laid it down, and these beautiful children just playing their hearts out, and also they started singing We Miss You, and yeah, I lost it again. But it was a good loss,
Yeah, it's so, to me it's like, is that Eric here? Because like, why at the same time do you just feel that? And what's beautiful about catching those emotions is everyone here, they know what we're going through, and they're all like, immediately, I'm crying, you got this, and they're hugging you, and there's so many hugs. Did you get a lot of hugs?
I got so many hugs. I could use more.
Yeah.
But just having the community come out the way they did and just say, oh, that time Eric made this joke, or, I watch you guys every morning starting at 4:30. I cannot tell you what that means. It's not just a compliment. It's not just a moment where I go, oh yeah, we are on TV. I mean, it's like, these are family members who I'm being reacquainted with. Right. That's what it feels like.
Yes.
And I know that Eric loved everybody like family, and so for them to welcome me into theirs, it's so, I'm getting tingly thinking about it. You know what I mean?
No,
it's hard to put into words.
It's crazy that, like, as you describe it, I'm like, yes, I didn't know how to put that together. They're telling me to grab Keith. Hold on, let's grab him. For the television. This is our former news director.
I remember.
You do? I remember you.
I remember
You want everybody else on TV, so we're going to throw you on TV.
This is Keith, our former news director. You worked with our good man Eric Paulsen for a long time.
Well, actually 2 stints with Eric.
Okay.
Back in the early 80s.
Oh, you're that old?
Eric would have
Yes,
loved
dear. And one day, if you're lucky, you'll be this old.
Too,
So.
yeah. Okay, I got that.
No, Eric and I worked on the weekends
Oh.
when he left PM, when they shut down PM Magazine. And honestly, we thought Eric was going to be this super lightweight guy because he was doing this feature program.
Eric's people.
Well, it was. Yeah, but there was a syndicated program,
Okay.
PM Magazine, and it was just a bunch of syndicated features, and so we thought he was a real lightweight. That was back in 1984, and we came in because we're like the hard news guys and all this, and it's like we got to work with the guy from PM. All right, so he shows up, And he just came right out of the gate, and he started breaking stories. This was when the World's Fair was here, which was just a disaster.
Yeah.
And he was breaking more stories on the weekend about what was going on there. And it really, had a lot of respect for the guy to come out, and he knew everybody.
Wow.
He knew everybody, and now my second time through. Right, here's one of my favorite stories of. I'm only back here about a month, and something happens in the late morning, and Eric was doing the noon show. And I went up to and we need to get on TV. I went up to the assignment desk and I said, "Where's Bubba?"
That was
And
Eric's name?
well, listen to the story,
All right,
dear.
my bad.
So I said, "Where's Bubba?" And they looked at me like, what are you talking about? And I said, "Bubba, where's Bubba? He's not at his desk." And I look at, "Who are you talking about?" I said, Paulsen, where is he? He says, "Who calls him Bubba?" And I said, "Everybody called him Bubba 25 years ago when I was here." So everybody who knew him.
Oh, I wish I had known that sooner. Oh, I would have been calling him Bubba every minute of every day.
Oh.
Yeah, why you never told us that?
Come on,
Why didn't you tell us that? We could have called him Bubba.
I would have hated it, and I would have loved it.
Actually, he answered to it. I called him Bubba all the time. He had a whole story about how he got that nickname, but it didn't, even though we hoped it would insult him, it never did.
What did you think about the turnout tonight?
I think he'd be angry that he wasn't at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, you're in broadcasting for 47 years in one city. There was really nobody. He either knew something or he knew somebody who could tell him something. So anytime we got, especially in the world of music, anytime we got a tip on something, I'd call Eric at home, and I'd say, "All right, who do you know?" And he'd say, "Give me 5 minutes." And he'd call me back and he would tell me, "It's good," or "Don't know where that came from."
Yeah.
So.
We're gonna miss him.
Yeah.
Yeah.